Good morning, I'm Dr. Ben here for today's Wellness Wednesday. And in a moment, you'll see that we've got some concrete mixers happening just a few yards away. And so there might be a little bit of background noise. And so what I want to talk to you today, though, is about our energy, both grounding it and also allowing it to flow. And one simple thing, given what's happening right here in the neighborhood, is even just imagining you have a bubble around you as you go out in your day, an energy bubble that carries your good energy, your joy, your gratitude, so that you can go out into the world, even a busy, crowd of people or noise or whatever is going on, and still carry that connection and that energy within you that's undisturbed. Okay, and some of this just begins with our imagination. Okay, but number two, when you can get out in nature or away from the noise, of course, that's helpful too. And one simple thing is to allow yourself to reconnect physically with the energy of the earth through grounding. And one simple way I like to do that you all know, but I also want to share with one that many of you may not be as aware of, okay? But one, of course, is through the soles of our feet. So taking your shoes off, putting them on the ground. Of course, we love that on the beach, on the sand, in the water, but also on grass. And I love it even just here in the garden in the morning. Okay, I have my little spot. I actually face the other way toward the tree, my little oasis here, and enjoy my morning reading, journaling, meditation time, shake, and sometimes just sitting and reflecting. And just also, I love feeling my bare feet on the earth. I feel that solidness and that presence as I do that. Okay, so that's one thing. A second way of doing it that might be a little less common, and I love this. A friend of mine shared how she has some situations where she doesn't want to be barefoot outside, but she says you can touch a tree. So how many of you, and this is where you're going to see the concrete mixer down the road here, but how many of you ever touch a tree? Because a tree is connected to the earth. All right, sometimes I do it a little surreptitiously as I'm walking, so as neighbors don't think I'm strange, or I put both hands on here and stretch a little so I can look normal because I'm stretching, but touch the tree or even hug the tree. All right, how many of you have ever hugged a tree? Sometimes I do that, again, surreptitiously when I'm putting the hammock rope strap around the tree, but it feels good. I remember reading once when we were in Michigan in a beautiful book that someone wrote in the children's section about even just hugging the tree and feeling maybe you just touch it if you're embarrassed to hug it, but even more, hug it and feel all your stress, chaos, all your anxiety just go down the tree and into the roots and into the earth, and then feel that solidness, presence, and peace of the earth and the tree coming back up into you. All right. Some of us know a wonderful healer and practitioner who had people stand with their back to the tree, barefoot on the earth, and watching the sun rise or the sun set. And I heard from him that some people had an amazing emotional, cathartic experience when they did that. All right. So whether it's just briefly touching a tree as you're out for a walk, maybe giving thanks, or pausing a moment like we talked last week, pause, breathe, and then move. Okay. Or putting your feet on the ground, or sitting with your feet on the ground, or walking somewhere where you can. Okay. Those are wonderful experiences. And then I wanted to conclude with a tool that you can access through the person who shared this group with you. And it's a wonderful tool. I love it because it's another way to get energy flowing in your body. Now, this is a patent pending, continuously adaptive microcurrent massage device. It works with a conductive gel, but also there's some different gels and serums which can amplify the results, which again, the person who invited you to this group can assist you with. But here's a couple things. In addition to firming, toning, and body sculpting, it actually moves well-being, if you will, a sense of well-being in your body. And so what I love, and I just want to share two ways you could use this. One is the abdomen. Why is the abdomen so significant? Because think of all that's going on here in our belly. You've got our vagus nerve and kind of our nerve trunks, all the nerves kind of concentrating there. You've got our intestines, we've got, of course, the muscles and the areas that people would like to sculpt and tone, and even those love handles on the side. But what's beautiful is even while you're doing that, because this is both a wellness and a beauty device, you get that wellness effect as well. And what I love is it kind of moves and shifts that energy even while you're using it to sculpt or tone your body. And I find, because this is an area where many of us carry stress, right? That doing that, it just feels so good and it relieves that stress. And I just talked to a wonderful client the other day who said she used this as we were talking. She realized, oh yeah, she's been under tremendous stress, and she's mentioned, oh yeah, the other day I used it on my belly in the evening before bed, and I actually had a great night's sleep. So I don't know if you'll have the exact same experience, but it was another reminder that more is going on than you realize when you get that healthy energy and well-being flowing in the body. Now, the second place that's a little bit unusual that I love to use this is on the soles of my feet. Because if you think of it, our soles, I mean, we're standing on our feet all day often, or, we walk around on our feet. There's so many muscles and ligaments, but there's also huge amounts of nerve connections. Hi, good morning. And many people do massage, reflexology. Of course, you ground through your feet. But this is a great way with these nodules and with that continuously adaptive microcurrent to move energy from in your feet. And I like to think of it, one practitioner mentioned, it's like opening a window. Whether you're using this on your belly, on your feet, or anywhere else you're using it on your body, it's like you're opening a window for well-being and healthy energy to flow in your body. And I know some of our Asian practitioners who are a little more familiar with energy, they call it well morning, to use this on the soles of your feet the night before, so you have a good morning and day the next day. I often forget and just use it in the morning, all right? But I love when I use it on my soles, on my calves, how bouncy and how good I feel when I walk around the neighborhood or when I'm on the soccer field playing with other dads and younger guys. So this can be a powerful tool as well. And if you'd like to know more about how to get your hands on this to move healthy energy in flow in your body, as well as sculpt and tone your body, get with the person who invited you. But as we conclude, just remember to connect with the energy of the earth, with healthy energy. Touch a tree, touch the ground, go barefoot, or even sometimes I just squat down and put my hands on the ground and just like feeling the solidness of the earth, and enjoy creating the life you love. And bye for now.